Welcome back, guys. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in to this series so far. This is episode 3 of the Player Manager for the PS1 playthrough series. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Like I said, this is my most successful series by far, so I'm really, really grateful for that. Now, we're here to wrap things up. I've got 2 games left. Just lost Derby County. Prior to that, though, it had a nice little 6-game unbeaten streak going back to against Barnsley here. That beat Wimbledon 3-0 again, done the double over them. I've really enjoyed Player Manager, not particularly good at it. When I started this series, I was worried that I'd potentially not ordered enough little plastic trophies to represent all the silverware I was clearly going to win throughout the series. And so far, the series has been limited to the FA Cup that we won with Blackburn on Premier Manager 98 for the PS1. And I actually have got... I'm in danger, even, of having more sackings than trophies, because I got sacked from Reading on LMA Manager, the original for the PlayStation 1, and I didn't get sacked for Portugal on Euro 96 for the Sega Saturn, but I run my results for a Portuguese friend of mine, and he pointed out I would have got sacked had it been real and been able to. He said I would have been one of the worst Portuguese managers of all time with the results that I got. So here's how things are going. We're going to cut across to the league table. Like I said, we're not in any danger of troubling this top half. So look, Wolves have run away with it. Then you've got Tranmere and Man City battling out for that final spot, along with Norwich. QPR probably too far back. I don't think it's playoffs. I'm going to imagine it's straight 2 up, but we'll see that in this episode. And there I am, Charlton. So I'm in zero danger of going down. I've kind of clawed my way up on this, on right into on the cusp, on the shoulder of Wimbledon, but unlikely to catch, well, not unlikely, mathematically impossible that I catch Leicester now. But we're going to try and end the season on a high. Now, this is the problem I've got so far. All these drawn games. And now I'm going to say I'm really enjoying the Player Manager series. I'm really looking forward to trying some of the later versions of it. So we're on week 28, and we're just going to wrap up the episode, see what happens at the end of the season. Do I keep my job? Can we get 2 more wins so we finish with more wins than we do losses? I have diverted back to the 5-3-2. My midfield not very good, so I'm just trying to have as few of them as possible. And I've got a lot of those 5-star rated defenders, which is probably why I'm keeping as many clean sheets as I have. So here's my team here. I've got the 5 at the back. I've got McMahon, the goalkeeper you saw. At the minute, I'm missing a player here, so I'm just going to have a spin around. So I'm probably going to put Richards Rufus back in because he's been out injured, and then I'm going to hit the 6. And let's bring in McClary because he is due to leave. I'm not renewing his contract because he's 31. I'm trying to clear some space. What I have noticed about the game, one of the things that if I was carrying on with season 2, I would look to trim down my squad, because the players that don't play, their skills really regress. So that'd be what I would look to do if I was playing this. I would also not go for any more vanity signings like David Beckham. So here we are, Selhurst Park. Looks like they've got 1 new stand there. This looks appalling at the bottom here, where you can see me moving the mouse cursor around. And then the corner as well. Look at that. It looks like there's a house on that corner. I wonder if that's still there. I keep meaning to look up some of these modern aerial ground views to compare against these in-game ones. So they are managed by, I believe that was Brian Flynn, wasn't it? So let's have a look at their team. Dave, Vincent, Gordon, Bardsley, Dave Tuttle, Muscat. I need to keep my eye on him, the dirty git that he was. Pitcher, Roger, Bruce Dyer, Dougie Friedman, Houghton, Enquist, and Launders. Now, playing in this division for Birmingham is Ryan Giggs, who got a 10 match rating against me, which is the first time I've seen that. So a bit of a strange one. I wish I had an image of that I could flash up on screen for you. So here we are, Crystal Palace versus Charlton. Like I said, I've really enjoyed this series. Really enjoy this pitch view, the kits. You've seen my in-game player manager there actually score a goal. He has been a tremendous disappointment this season for me. And lack of goals has really been what has cost me. But can we get a win here? It's a London derby. Show that we have this view that people from London don't know anything about the geography of the rest of the country. I have no idea where either Crystal Palace, if that is a place, or Charlton, which I know is a place, are. Even though I've been to Charlton, I've worked there before previously. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get to the 60th minute, 61st minute. I'm going to have a pause. And I'm going to bring on a sub. So one of the things I have changed, the 2 spots I've got, the 7 and the 11, are being filled by wingers currently. Now, which one of my strikers is playing the worst? Well, Masio scored, so let's leave him on and let's take off O'Connor for Allen. And I've had a few incidences where I feel like I've made the sub, but then the sub never happens. So I'm still a bit learning the controls. That's not a proper sentence, but there we are. Can we hang on here? Can we hang on here even? Getting a lot of the ball. What are Palace playing? Like a sort of, I think it's the 4-3-3, isn't it? It is nice that you've got, like I said, you've got those player roles. You've noticed that the target man plays a bit further deeper than the striker and the centre forward. There we go. So we've won it. A goal in the 3rd minute. Held on. 1-0. Have we managed to overtake Wimbledon? Was we at Wimbledon? I'm trying to think who was ahead of us now. There's someone 1 point ahead of us. A great win in this local derby. Have you a message for your supporters? Hang in there, is it? There's a lot more to come with us. Stick by us. Lovely picture of water there. So, like I said, I've got in this flow. You can see myself nodding my head to the music here. I do like the music as far as the game goes. So I'm going to come into coach. I'm going to have a look at physio. So look, McClary, he did play in that game. He's going to be out. Right, so this is what let me show you the group coaching. This is what I was talking about. So if I just pick any player, I don't know, David Beckham doesn't play very much. If you have a look at his starting skill was 149, his current skill is 144, and the division average is 153. So even though he's been coaching on, what is the yellow? Is that passing? So he does passing twice a day, but because he's not been in the team, he's actually got worse. So, and then I've got a few guys who are not doing any coaching. So the defenders, I'm going to imagine they've all got worse, haven't they? Let's have a look. Rufus, starting skill 95, current skill 83. So that's shooting. So his shooting is just absolutely plummeted. Have I been checking the wrong thing though there, potentially? So let's have a look at Beckham's passing. So yeah, his passing has gone up by 2. So I take back some of what I said. But you'll notice, look, Sturgis. So just through not training it, he's become a significantly worse passer of the ball. So going forward, if I was staying on, I'd need to look at a much better balance there. Some of it, like I said, is my other coach being a striking specialist and me being a striking specialist. So final game of the season, I believe we are away. Yeah, on the way, we're home to Leicester. So let's see where Leicester are. Let's see where we are. Let's get this season wrapped up, and let's get this wrapped up and moved on to a different game. So look, Leicester is 7th. So this will be a good challenge for us. Only drawn 4. That must be nice. And look at us. The baseline of mediocrity. 9th position, played 29, won 9, drawn 11, lost 9, scored 23, let in 27. So good goals, as you can see, is our issue. There's only one team with worse than us, but no, they've not. Barnsley have scored more. Managers wheeling and dealing. I'm not sure how, because the transfer window is closed in game. Yeah, the players that it keeps telling me about there, I'm not signing. Even though I'm not going forward, I was playing it as if I was going to. Because I might return to this off camera, see if I can get better ahead of the final game. So it's the final game that the people on the top floor of these flats are maybe going to be able to see some of the pitch for this season. We welcome Leicester City. Martin O'Neill. He's got to be disappointed that he's doing poorly, isn't he? So look, Bart Williams on a free, so he fluctuates up and down. Let's get into this. Is that Andy Townsend? Look, they've got a free. a free. They've got a 1 rated player even. And what's he, is it? They've done him harsh, haven't they? Casey Keller a 1, so he's got to be the worst goalkeeper I've seen in the league. Come on, let's be having you. Let's end with a flourish, please. Let's end with two wins. Not sure who I'm talking to, because they obviously can't hear me because it's a game. But like I said, I'm really into this. I'd imagine it would have been great playing this in the. Oh, I've just saved a penalty there. It would have been great playing this in the era with this view, kind of zipping through the matches. Especially if you figured that training out. Oh, 1-0 down. Mark Robbins. Let's have a half time. Let's go unconventional. You pause. There we go. Right. Dude, look, he's on a 5 again, so I'm gonna haul him off. And I'm not playing well at all here. I'm gonna fire this on to 3-5-2, and I'm not gonna spend ages changing these down because I've got Rufus on the right. Number 3 is Barnes. Let's take him off for Bennett. So I've got a bit of a change there. Let's see, can we get back in this game? So we have played 3-5-2 a little bit. I've not really settled on a formation, which has probably been part of my problem. You notice the 3 at the back, it deploys a very kind of narrow sweeper. You notice the centre midfielders, even though 2 of them are pushed up and it looks like a holder on the formation, they're playing a kind of central midfield 3. So I've not got back in that. Disappointing. Let's see what happens though. Let's go through. Where have we finished? Do I get sacked? 20,000, that's a good attendance. Probably my best of the year, I would say. Like I said, if I was staying on this, I'd need to figure out a way of getting more goals. Because the strikers, despite their ratings, I've got a lot of strikers with 5 ratings. I've not really been able to get any of them truly firing. So let's see what's going to happen here. League tables. I love that the league table is a newspaper, by the way. So Tranmere have held on goal difference from the looks of that, which is not good if you were continuing in game, because Man City are so much better than everyone else, I feel. I think I've held on to 9th spot. Right, this is the guy who's going to tell me about the contracts again, isn't he? Yep, that's fine. They're leaving, mate. Now, no idea what's going to happen when I click this button. I don't know if you're able to put in like a Boltzmann or a free agent request for other players. I have seen people were out of contract on the list, so it might be that we've got to the end of the season. Oh, I thought something was going to happen there. And it didn't particularly. So we're on to week 31, so imagine what, is there playoffs? What are we doing? So I've not got any fixtures. The results are just from last week, aren't they? Just saw Tranmere playing Wolves, final day of the season. Brutal. Now, I wonder if there's like European or Cup or something. Must be doing something for not to have rolled over or to given us like an end of season phase to begin. So here we are. So click through, you notice the bottom just behind my face has changed. This was the glorious beach image that I was presented at the start. So it could be that I'm going on holiday, or it could be that I'm about to be sacked. Now this might be the last time I see my in-game mum. So I'm just going to go in and check my board rating. How have we done? Board assessment is 90. One week we win, the next we lose. Why the inconsistency? Do we have the desire? Well, I'm not trying to not win, I do assure you. And let's have a look at our financial rating, which would not be great, I would imagine. Team rating 20. So does that mean that we are one of the worst in the division? Or does it mean one of the better in the division? Because is it counting the top of them? I don't know. I'd need to look at that and see where we are, like at a different time, to make sense of that. Let's click. Let's give the holiday button a click. Is this going to take us through to where I started, what you guys didn't see? It is. So I've still got the job. Here I am on the beach with my lovely in-game wife. It might be a wife. She might just be someone else on the beach, I suppose, because I'm not necessarily near them. So I can pick my sponsorships, I can pick my appointments, and I can arrange my friendlies. So that is going to be it, guys. I've kept in the job. I'm just going to click on the sponsors. You can see some of the screen because we missed it at the start. So I'm just picking, do I want to take 312k now, or do I want to pick offer 2 or offer 3 where I get higher bonuses and stuff like that for getting through? Obviously, with how I've gone so far, I would take offer 1 because I've got no chance of really winning any of those competitions or getting that far whilst I was struggling as mightily as I was. And then if you go into appointments, so he's not really on holidays. He's got his phone, he's got his laptop. So what I do this time around, no one above a 5 on here. I was gonna say a 5 may want, I was gonna say the 5s only seem to want to work in the top divisions. So if it was me, let's have a look at this guy here. So he wants 106 and he's a defensive specialist. So I would bring him in, appoint coach. So there we are, showing me that he's signed. And you do the same with the physios. Again, the 5s won't sign. Appoint physio, appoint scout. I didn't really use the scout, so I'm going to save some money there. There we go. All sorted. And then all we'll do here, I did see this in the manual, is I can pick a schoolboy who's coming through, or pick some schoolboys who are coming through as a kind of youth player. So let's do this, and we'll put this on. Potential, tall, stocky, average, hefty. All right, hefty lad. So his potential is definite. So let's keep him. He's got potential. I don't know how many of these I can keep. Is there any more? There is some more. Look at this. Oh, look at this lad, tall. Get the tall lads in because of the division that we're in. Kevin Gallen. Surely he's still playing. It's just dawned on me that these are all real players, aren't they? With so obviously John Aldridge, Stuart Castledine, legend from the Wimbledon playthrough. Gordon Strachan, he wasn't hefty. There we go. No idea what I was doing there, but I've enjoyed it. Oh, Steve Bruce, Mr. C. Oh, now I've got to put some bids in, so other people are trying to steal these from me, aren't they? Is this, how much am I paying? What am I bidding on here? Wages. I don't even know how much money I have. What if it turns out to be Gavin Strachan and not Gordon? I don't know. Let's slap 61. Feel like Partridge. So I'm going to imagine other teams were bidding on them. I have no idea if I'll get them. So let's just click arrange friendlies. This is what I did last year. So look, you've got some European teams here. Let's try and play Dundee. And then week 3, we're going to go back to England. We'll play Wrexham. Played them last year. We played Chesterfield. Division 2. Who's just gone down from our division? At Barnsley, haven't they? And Ipswich. Let's play Wickham. Let's go for a Prem team to end it. Let's go with Everton. And there's no like, they'll all go through. There's no like cancels or anything like that. Or does it make sense for Dundee to come play? It's just going to happen. So here's hit done. That will take us through. So I got Strachan, I got Aldridge, I got Gallen. I did not get Walters, which makes me think that none of those three are going to be any good. And that might have used all of my money. There's no way of me changing any of that. So I imagine those three or those four are going to come in. Let's see if they're in the squad. So should have lost the goalkeeper. Should have lost. Yeah, there we are. So I'm down to one goalkeeper. So there's Strachan. He's a 1 rating. Not any worse than Beckham though. Gallen is a 2. Aldridge is a 1. I'd like to think that they've got some potential, so I'd probably loan them out. See if anyone wanted them. See if we can develop them. But there we go then. So that is it, guys. We are done with Player Manager. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to have a look at what game I'm going to play next. I'm going to move back to some arcade action sim titles. I really don't know what to call them. Non-management titles. We'll get a couple of them in, and then we're going to maybe jump back probably with a Premier Manager or another LMA title. We might have a look at something on the Amiga quickly and get some Amiga games in. If you've got any suggestions for what you'd like to see, please feel free to comment. And if you do comment, because no one ever does, I might just play that out of the delight that someone has left a comment. So thank you very much. Sorry for any Charlton fans out there. And maybe it's sometime in the future I will report back on the careers of the new John Aldridge, Kevin Gallen, and Gordon Strachan. Couldn't remember who the other one I got was there. Goodbye.